I have told this story before, but in context of what's been going on with my battle with my father, I think it's important for the independence community to know this story. Ladies and gentlemen, the American Jury and Bulldog Nation, I was honored to be one of the many leaders of the Kenton County jail battle, the infamous Kenton County jail battle, when they tried to move the Kenton County jail right next to a middle school, grade school, and a housing community out here in Independence. I mean, there were many others involved in this. Melissa Wilkerson, Keb Bright, many others. I can't think of all their names. But it was a group effort. I want to tell my story to put in context Charles Deters. My story of the jail battle began when I received a phone call one day from my wife. And she says, "Did you hear what they're doing?" And I said, "What are they doing?" She says, "They're going to build a jail right next to Bruckner's farm." I said, "Really?" Now, so you know, Lloyd Bruckner owns a farm right next to where the jail was going to be built, and his daughter Jill was my wife's best friend forever, all the way from being little all the way till now. So I'm like, "Really?" She goes, "You have to help them." And I said, okay, I'll do all that I can. I'll help them. She goes, "You need to file a lawsuit. You need to do anything you can." I said, "Okay," because she's the boss, of course. So I actually called my dad, and I told my dad about it. I said, "Hey, did you hear about this?" And I said, "Mary wants me to file a lawsuit and represent the Bruckners." And my dad said, "Oh, son, don't do it. Don't do it. It's a lost cause. You're fighting Ralph Dries. It's a waste of time. You just shouldn't do it." And he went on and on and on, telling me why I shouldn't do it. Now, I passed on to my wife what my dad said, and I said, "I'm not going to listen to it." I said, it just tells you the difference of those of you that hate me, you don't know me. Or you hate me because maybe I sued you, and I'm sorry. But the bottom line is that I sided on the side of the little guy, again, Lloyd Bruckner, fighting the jail, and my wife and family and friendship and relationships versus, "Well, you can't be Ralph Dries." Now, I'm not going to get into all of the jail battle because it's not relevant to the point of my story here. But I did file a lawsuit for Lloyd Bruckner and others against the jail. And that lawsuit challenged open meetings, open records, all those things. And it was part of the victory because it was a three-prong approach. It was raise hell and protest, which I was very much part of too. The legal, and then negotiations. I wasn't on that team. I was on the hell-raising team and the law team. The bottom line is, when I think back about it, number one, we succeeded as a group. The jail didn't go where it was supposed to go. It was a huge win, and that directly led me to being on WLW radio for 4 or 5 years, and all the notoriety that brought to me, which to this day is part of who I am and where I am. So, good thing I didn't listen to dear old Pops, who didn't want me to fight for the little guy and just succumb to King Ralph. This is the Bulldog. Every dog has their day. All truth.